So Nick, you seem to have had an interesting insight into the early beginnings of My Taxi, which is now called Grab, and that seems to have triggered, a foresight, a vision of the future evolving around the sharing economy with you. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, we've been very blessed, Anthony, myself, to be.
So that's Anthony Tan, the founder of Grab.
Yes, my brother, and I was given ringside views to how the beginnings, the humble beginnings of My Taxi. So what we saw then was that mobility would change, and this change is coming from a perspective of ownership. So in the past, to get around, people will need to own a car.
Yeah.
With the sharing economy, ride sharing, car sharing, one does not need to own the car. So you're going from full ownership to fractional ownership.
So where does that vision of this fractional ownership coming in, overlay with your traditional brick and mortar business, right, of selling cars with the Tanjong and Nissan cars?
So you deprive the consumer of selling their vehicle at the best possible price. So what we've done with our system is that we have aggregated supply, and then we put it on a cloud. Now everybody can access this data of what is available. They can bid for it.
Just by downloading the app, right?
Just by downloading, and of course buying a bidder card and paying through JomPay the price of a bidder card, and fully refundable if the transaction doesn't go through, so they lose nothing if the transaction is called off, and only settle the car after they have seen the car and taken delivery of the car, and if it's not what they expect, we will take it back within 3 days.
So just one last question about where do you see this your MUV platform being 12 months from now?
Well, we like to have a lot more consumer downloads. Now we have about 3,000 dealers that are signed on, and supply is still a problem for us. So hence the publicity that's required, so that we can reach out to more consumers, get them to put their cars on our platform, so that we can then help them sell and record more transactions, and with more transactions we are able to get the network effects that is required to go nationwide. I mean, our main objective is really to get cars. That is number one.
Get cars on your platform, right, for people to bid for.
Yes.
Again, last question: how much has been invested so far in taking the platform to this stage now?
I would say about $2 million at least. But also a large part of it is already in the infrastructure that was actually
the physical infrastructure for the traditional way of doing things.
Correct. So the physical infrastructure, the land that we sit on, 20 acres, came from Tanjong Group. Without this storage facility, we were not able to aggregate so much demand. At the same time, the culture of the company being an engineering, a workshop-based one, we were able to get the adequate talents to do 180-point inspection, because my family has been in the car business for 60 years. So that also helped. And then we've also started to record our own trade-in values sometime in 2005. So historically, we were able to get enough data points to see how cars depreciate over time. So we are able to give a better sense of the numbers in terms of price discovery, because we have the past data. The trouble with a lot of with Malaysia is that there is no price discovery, there is no transparency in the data, and nobody keeps a record.